How's it going, everybody? H.J.Davis Art World. I got a real quick one for you guys. I want to get it out so you can see it. Invisible Woman, Mark Waid, Mattia Deiulis, I believe that's the way you pronounce his name. I want to run through this. I am a traditional artist guy. You guys already know, whoever watched the channel already. But I was going through a cleanup and I ran across this beautiful 5-issue run with all covers done by Alex Hugh. Awesome. So what I want to do is just show you guys real quick the beauty of this work here. And I'm not going to say much. I just want you to see this, man. This is amazing. I'm not really a digital guy, but I thought this was like really proper stuff to take a look at and to get a visual on. I think it's amazing. The art is beautiful. And it's hard to get flow when you do art like this in a comic book. It's hard to get that action flow, that movement. You know, when you look at an Alex Ross comic book, it's outstanding work. Don't get me wrong, but it's stiff, and it just doesn't have that flow and that movement and that energy and those speed lines and stuff like that. It's hard to really get that off in this type of artwork. But they did an excellent job in this 5-issue run. If you can get this in the wild, get it. I think the story is pretty cool. You know, the concept of Susan Richard, or at the yeah, she's Susan Richard at this time. She's a spy. She's a spy. I believe she's a spy for the Agent of Shield and CIA or something like that. Real cool stuff. Really good concept. And this is what I mean about flow in this type of artwork. It's really hard to pull that off. And I think I came across something that in my own art that I realized when you're doing artwork, especially if you're doing paintings and stuff like that, what made Frazetta so great was that he had a little bit of that cartoony stuff still going on in his art. And what he did was he made it possible to keep a sense of flow, to keep a sense of arrangement. And I thought that was really cool when he did that. You can look at his work outside, like in my last, in a couple of videos prior to this one, I was talking about Boris, how I think Boris is a better painter. And I still stand on that. I do think Boris is a better painter. What made Frazetta so outstanding is that he added that cartoony comic book feel in his paintings. And when you look at Frazetta's paintings, you get a movement from that I think is just so amazing. And with that movement, it helps you to appreciate comic book storytelling when it's done this way. And I think they did an outstanding job. They made Sue Storm look like an actual person that you would see going into a store in a plaza or something like that, or you might run across, you know, in an office, whatever, you know, coming out of the gym. And the artwork is outstanding. I'll say it again. I'm not a digital guy, but I thought they did such an excellent job with this artwork. And this is my third attempt on doing this video because it's just pressed them out. I think, man, if you can get your hands on this, one thing I would say, I would love to get this in a library edition, you know, omnibus, just to see the difference in height. I would love to see these things done bigger. I'm rambling on because I want to get this out to you guys. I hope I have enough to do this. And like I said, my videos are just like, you know, you run into your friend and we're talking about the stuff we enjoy. I'm not trying to sell you anything, but if you can get your hands on this, if you can get a hardback of this, man, I don't know why. I don't know if they have done that or not. I copped these when I was in New York at Midtown Comics. But man, I just love the way this art looks. The covers are amazing. The story is cool. I really like the story. I like the way the pacing, and just the overall aesthetics of what they did inside and how they gave you just enough right perspective. And every panel looks like a shot in a movie scene. And you still get that flow. You don't get that Alex Ross stiffness where it's just a beautiful picture and dialogue over it. You literally get like clear, clean, beautiful artwork, and I think that's amazing. I think I have Alex Ross Justice, and I'm not sure if he did the artwork in that, but when Alex Ross does his comic book art, there's a stiffness to it that I can't really I can't really jive with. It's not flowing. Like, look at these panels and how they're flowing. And if you get an opportunity, just pause it and take a look at it. Man, this stuff is beautiful. This stuff is really beautiful. I think they did a good job. I could have did 12 issues of this. They could have stretched this story out and really deep dived it. But I think this took a little bit of money. And this is what I mean about flow. Take a look at this panel here. Just the right amount of symmetry, laying down the colors in the proper areas. It's giving you the proper wind flow, coloring, perspective. It's just amazing. The rendering is just, it's on point. Man, I can't get enough of this, man. I was going through my floppies the other night, cleaning out some stuff in my shelves, and I said, wow, I forgot I had this. And I started looking at it, and I realized how good, well, I didn't realize how good it was until I started looking at it again. I was like, wow, this is really some good stuff. But they nailed it, man. I could have did another 9 issues of this just to keep the flow going. Outstanding work. I'm going to give this Art World Award for best 5-issue run in Marvel in a long time. And this is an old run, but man, this is amazing. The story's cool. And I like what they did. If you was collecting this on a monthly, you knew what the next Adam Hugh cover was going to be, which I thought was really cool how they did that. I mean, they really pulled this off. This, for me, is a rare thing as far as finding enjoyment in some old stuff in this type of art style. This is that, what's that painter? Oh, man. Oh, gosh, I was looking at his art book the other day. It'll come to mind later on, but man, this is classic. This has to be something that should be put up as one of those good Marvel comics in a long time. Story is good, and when I say the panels, how the panels run, how the dialogue runs, the whole concept of this run I thought was brilliant. Because I actually sat down when I was going over my books and I read this issue straight through, and I dug every page of it. Oh man, sorry. Let me bring that back up. Actually, let me put this back up. I think I wasn't in focus. Let's run through it again. I want you guys to really see this artwork. I hope we're in good focus. Yeah, but as I said, they did a bang-up job with this, man. This is really good stuff. And look, the action on point, the movement in the action, the way Sue Storm or Sue Richards created the force field effect. And I was saying to myself, I wouldn't even have went this far. I mean, they went above and beyond. I would have just put, the bubbles in there, the speech bubbles in there. But you wouldn't have known who was speaking. So I think they did a really good job. I think this was a well thought out 5-issue run. And as I said, panel to panel, amazing. Panel to panel, amazing. This was done well. I would like to see this in a library edition. Some type of 2-up, 3-up edition, man. Like an absolute. Just to get the sure look and elegance of how they did this 5-issue run. And as I said, with the background coloring, they did not miss a beat. They did not miss a beat, man. And the way they made Sue look, great. Great. She looks like an actual person that you would know, And the dialogue and the plot, I think they did a really good job. Anybody who has this 5-issue run, comment. Let me know what you think about it. But man, like expressions like that. And I keep going back to Alex Ross. It's just an example of what I mean about expressionness. The way it moves, the way it flows. There's a flow to this that is like, it reminds me of that old traditional style of comic books, but you could tell this was drawn digitally, and it's like I said, man, I'm amazed. I am amazed. And like this scene right here, man, this really blew my mind when you look at these panels, right? Now, I'm looking at it thinking like, oh man, she's about to get it. How she's gonna come out of this? And like I said, they really did some real thought in putting this together. She had her force shield up the whole time. Ultimate spy. Sue Richards, the Invisible Woman, is definitely the ultimate spy. That this is really bonkers, man. And look at the expressions that you're getting. I would love to get this in a hard copy. If anybody knows if there's a hard copy of this out there, man, they should continue this series. They should bring the series back with the same team that put this together. The colors, the rendering, the perspectives, just the way that the poses are. Man, you can't. This is brilliant. This is brilliant beyond brilliant. And then, as I said before, you following this on. If you was collecting this on a monthly, you knew what your covers were going to be like. I don't know if they did any variant covers. I don't think they would have. They got the big man putting these covers down, so why would you? Why would you? So let's get cranking into issue 4. Look at that, man. Tell me that's not beautiful. Tell me the rendering, the coloring, the lighting on this is not superb. I hope you guys are watching this on your TV. Dialogue is amazing. Plot is amazing. Story is amazing. And I'm rambling on because this is the kind of stuff that Marvel, DC, and even the Dark Horses and the Images and the Booms. I don't know what IDW is doing. I went on IDW site to see what they had in as far as the artist editions. I seen nothing. There was nothing on their site going for sale. Man, look at this, man. Look at the gestures and just the personalities in the characters that are using, and just the fact that, man, this team that put this 5-issue run together, Art World Award. They get the Art World Award for all around. This right here, this spot, oh man, beautiful. You can run a good series like this with a good storyline and really make it pop. The men look like men, the women look like women. You know how you get some artists, they do real good women, but the men, it's just nothing there. This one, the people look like actual people, but placed in a situation of superhero storytelling. The expressions, the creases in the face, they got all the emotions right. Outstanding. 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 And if I can make it through this video without this daggone phone shutting off on me, I'm going to show you one of my artworks, because I want to do a video and just drop one of my artwork pieces on there so you guys can see it. I got some plans in the work, and it's coming to fruition slowly, but it's getting there. And look at this artwork, man. Let's get on to volume 5. Amazing. Amazing. You get the cover. You know what's coming out next month. And I think Adam Hugh, he gets an award. He gets the Art World Award for consistent, outstanding covers in this series. Here we go. We're getting it on now. Amazing stuff. Just amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. I think what I'm going to do with my art is just do a video showing my artwork instead of breaking it into this. But I just wanted for you guys to see this, man. This is amazing. If you can get this, honestly, for your collection and a good story, man, go ahead and get it. Because you're getting boatloads of good eye candy artwork. Even if it's this is the one concession I'll do when it comes to digital art. This particular run right here, it was done to perfection. It was done to perfection. And I think I had the book down a little too low, but you guys seen 4 issues, man. So storyline, plot, everything was good. You can even pause this and take a look at it. But man, they did an amazing job. They did an amazing job. And you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. The end. So let me get back to you in 1 second. Flip the page on some of my art instead of just doing it one at a time. And then I'll come back with another video discussing my journey and what my plans are for the future of H.J.Davis art world and the things that I want to put out. This is actually upside down. It's supposed to be this way. And I'm going to give you the creditors of who these guys are. It's actually supposed to look like this. To the late Carlos Pacheco, who is one of my favorite artists. I copied this from Avengers Forever. And I did this 23. So that's Carlos Pacheco's. That's the one I did. May he rest in peace. I thought he was one of the best. Only thing with Carlos Pacheco's, he never got a good inker. When he did his own stuff, he was on point. And this is my boy Stoic. This is a character that I made on my own that I'm working on doing a graphic novel with. Awesome character. We'll discuss that. This was done some time ago. I was just messing with some Copics just to see what I could do. If I had to do this over again, I would definitely fix the facial area. But I thought that was something cool. Another character goes by the name of Pax. I'm working on something with that. And this was done in 2020. This was a Madeira piece that I did over and painted it. This is all watercolor and color pencils. Oh man, let me try to get it in the screen. Yeah. I hope this is all coming out. This is another Carlos Pacheco's. I'm a big fan of Carlos Pacheco's. This is watercolor. This is actually gouache. I did over and color pencils. This is Happy Girl. My daughters and my wife and her friends, they love this painting I did. I made copies of this and sold a few to some ladies, actually. They framed it, put it in their house. I got to get some ladies that have purchased this and tell them to take some pictures of the frame ones they put on their wall so you guys can see it. Another Carlos Pacheco's. I added this piece in. There's so much wrong with this part here. I added this part in and added this in. But, this is Storm, Thundra. So much wrong with this piece. Neck's too long, but, I kind of, this 2020. Charles Xavier, John Byrne piece, watercolor and markers. George Perez, Ultron. I copied a little piece he had in a classic Ultron Avengers run.